Hello, people from the other side. Ooh, and we are now live. Woohoo, and we are live! Hey guys, that's Trouffman from OverClocking-TV. This is Xyala from OverClocking-TV as well. And we have a communication with someone from on the other side of the world. Hey, Buildzoid, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, thanks.
So basically what we will be doing today is just a regular basic stream. Basically what we are here. Well, Timothy, where are we now? Let's start by the beginning.
Okay, so we are in the town called Harrisburg. It's actually not a town; it's a big city. It's in the
50k people, I
it's
heard.
the I learned yesterday it's the state capital of the state we are, so Pennsylvania or something. I think Pennsylvania.
Yeah,
that's the
Pennsylvania. Yeah.
So we are in the U.S. and we are here at the summer 2016 OC camp in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. It's a local gathering of overclockers that are in North America. There's about 25 people that had registered for the event, and I think a good 10 to 15 people are here today. I don't know if some others will arrive tomorrow or maybe later in the evening today, depending from where they are coming. And yeah, the goal here is just to have a nice bench party for a whole weekend. There's a bunch of LN2. There's people brought their hardware, and we've got like a conference room in a hotel that was sorted out for us, and we can basically have just some overclocking fun all together for one weekend. So that's the point of it.
Well, that's not that bad. And as I said, the reason why we are three people commenting is just because we have nothing prepared. That's going to be full on question. So if you guys have any question on live chat, of course we're going to take the time to answer them. So yeah, we are here in the US. Buildzoid actually joined us just basically last minute. He did finish a stream just before. How was it, Buildzoid, for your stream?
So basically I decided to, well, I was doing, I was overclocking the GT710 for the cheap as chips competition. And
right.
this was and this was the first time I was ever running dry ice. And basically because I couldn't figure out how to mount any kind of proper LN2 pot onto the, well, proper cooling pot onto the GT710. I just went with like I took a water bottle and basically just cut it up so that I could mount it onto the heatsink. That actually worked. I mean, I was keeping the card reasonably cold at, minus 20 under load. Like heavy load, it was holding right around minus 20. Lighter loads, it was holding minus 30-ish, which is kind of pathetic considering that dry ice is at minus 68. But still, I was getting 1700 megahertz core clock, and it was pretty good. Unfortunately, because I have zero experience with overclocking NVIDIA, just in general. So I had huge trouble actually getting any respectable scores on 3D Mark 01 and GPU Pi. Well, GPU Pi basically didn't run for me the whole time. Yeah, it just kept crashing because I didn't know about the batch size thing. So eventually I got that sorted out, and even when I got that sorted out, I had the wrong version of GPU Pi, so it was it was slow as hell. But I was finishing the benchmarks, like those last minutes. I was running benchmarks at 1800 megahertz, and I already took first place for the Catzilla stage with 3,801 points for Catzilla with 1,700, so 1,700 megahertz. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with it, and I still have lots of dry ice left over, so I'm probably gonna have another go at it tomorrow or maybe Monday.
Oh, cool. So you actually use the bottle, the plastic bottle, right, with the dry ice?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I just so I know a lot of the cheap dry ice.
You don't use acetone.
No, I didn't. Yeah,
because plastic with acetone is like not a good idea.
No. Well, I would have actually.
It can be fun, but not for the hardware.
No, the problem. I would have actually. I don't have acetone on hand. I have isopropanol, but I basically decided the thing is I didn't actually have a watertight seal. So I just basically buried the heatsink inside the dry ice and that worked, sort of.
Ah, cool. That's nice. So how high are your rank currently in that competition?
Really low because I only submitted for one stage. I mean, I got decent scores for the other ones, but I decided I'm not submitting if it's not a first place. So
You have
Yeah.
to submit all your scores.
Yeah,
So
submit.
people
But
can
they
see
were
how you
crap!
improve.
Who cares?
Who cares? Who cares? The goal is to have fun.
Well,
mean,
you
I
can
had
still have fun
fun.
and not submit any scores, right?
Yeah,
Well, that's basically
just
what I
how
did
I
for the
do it.
past 5 years.
It's like, yeah, I basically, yeah. So I submitted the one good score I had, and the card's still alive, so I'm not too worried about not having any scores to submit. So,
Well, that's going fun. So what's the next step for you then?
um,
More dry ice?
I need to figure out how to work with NVIDIA cards in Windows, because that was a pain, because I was dealing with power state throttling. I had no idea how to do the LOD tweaks going into it. I still don't know if the LOD tweak was actually working. I just went like, okay, I give up. Let's hope it runs. So I have no idea if I had LOD running. I have no idea if the I think I fixed the power states thing. But yeah, it was just a mess because it was my first time ever benchmarking an NVIDIA card, because I usually do everything on AMD.
Yeah, true.
So it was basically, nothing except Catzilla worked, which is ridiculous because Catzilla is the heaviest of the benchmarks. Oh, and then there was CPU problems as well. So yeah, I need to clean up the CPU. Like, I need to get the CPU to behave for 3D Mark 01, and then I'll just rebench everything. So
Okay,
yeah.
I see. Well, that's quite cool. There's actually another guy on the chat, but on the Facebook chat, Newell from France. He's actually ranked 11th, so he's actually beating you since you haven't submitted any scores.
Just saying.
So hi Newell. Yeah, come on the Twitch chat if you want to join the other guys. Is there anyone on the chat that is actually also competing in that competition? It's the cheapest chips competition. You can find it at OCE Sports.
Oh God.
Yeah, so yeah, you can see you're not there, man.
Yeah, I'm
I tried to look for it.
I'm on 15th with 50
yes.
points in stage 1.
Oh, such glorious scoreboard here. Yeah, well,
50
actually,
0.
you're just missing some scores, basically. I guess you can still make it, because 50 is actually not bad, so it's pretty much the maximum you could get.
Well,
I mean,
for
I'm
one
gonna
run, of
redo
course.
Catzilla. I'm gonna redo Catzilla, because Catzilla, I mean, I was running 1733 and there was no issues, but I just called it a day because I got the score I wanted. So once I get the whole system to behave for the other two, and I get scores that are respectable for those two, I'm redoing Catzilla. So yeah, I want to finish at least top 5 for this competition, because I don't know, that just seems like a nice goal. Especially with such cheap and low-end hardware. Though I don't plan to replace the card if I kill it. One card only.
One card at a time.
So yeah, actually, I like the way like the cheap Xyala is using the 710.
Yeah,
Like it. That's the one we
that's
are
cool,
using
that's
for
cool.
the for the people for the world tour for the finals.
Yeah.
So there's a different ones. So you have to select the right one if you want to go. Which one you should take for this competition? You should go on the forums and go ask people there. There's always a lot of stuff to do. So let's go back to why are we here, Timothée, and why this is not prepared, because it's a fully improvisation right now, as you can I think guess. So yeah, we want to test new stuff. So what is this about exactly, and why do we want to test it live?
Okay, so first a little bit of history, right? So overclocking streams.
Once upon a time,
yeah.
in a far, far away country, there was some people that were living just by the tree.
Okay, yeah, and they were doing that, and when they were doing that, they actually had power and computers, and so once upon a time, overclocking competitions used to be everyone versus everyone, and all of a sudden, some guys in Indonesia actually started to do 1 versus 1 OC competitions for amateur tournaments in the AOCT, and so we happened to go there, and we found that was cool, and we always thought, hey, actually 1 versus 1, or even actually not necessarily 1 versus 1, but matches that oppose one or multiple players. It's easier to make as something entertaining and interesting to watch than actually having just a scoreboard and everyone contributing for 6 hours straight to it.
And then nothing happening until the last 30 minutes.
it's kind of like modern day sandbagging or something. And in the end, so this year in the World Tour, if you guys watch the stream, we use the 1 versus 1 format, which is basically two overclockers coming on a stage and battling off, and they have one match. The match is 30 minutes, and basically it's in 30 minutes, whoever gets the highest score wins the match. Um, Now, the thing is, this is not necessarily the only and not necessarily the best way to make overclocking or live overclocking tournaments interesting. So there's a lot of other ways we could do that, and that's the whole point of this live today, is to try out other ways. We came to this gathering here because we cannot try it by yourself, and we cannot just try it,
Well,
without
you have to
having
make sure it
overclockers
works and
with
how it
us.
will be like to find out the loophole, because even on paper sometimes it looks super good. Once you try to put it into action, you always run into not issue but challenges that you don't expect at first.
Yeah, so here we're going to try some other possible ways to do it. There's a lot of possibilities that have been written down on paper. For example, we are thinking of maybe doing something where you are losing lives every time you have a blue screen. There could be stuff where the matches would be shorter, where a match would not be just one face off with the high score, but multiple sets, for example. So you would have a matches could be made of 5 different sets of 5 minutes, and each set could be a different kind of benchmark or something like that. So actually, to win a game, you would need to be good at 5 different benchmark within 30 minutes or within 50 minutes, or I don't know, whichever way we want to do it. But the whole point of this is to actually decide which way we actually want to do it, and see which way works. Because of course, overclocking is not something as just you sit in front of a computer and you just do it. There's a lot of other parameters, and you also need to account that you need to give enough time for the guys to be able to troubleshoot something if something goes wrong, because sometimes it takes a good 5 minutes to troubleshoot. So maybe 5 minute sets are too short, etc., etc. So there's a lot of other ways we can do. There's some guys on the chat that are mentioning 5 versus 5, and indeed we could do 5 versus 5. For example, one player in each team is taking care of one preset in one benchmark. For example, if you have a 3D Mark benchmark, for example, Vantage, someone could take care of the physics, another one of the 3D first test, 3D second test, etc., etc. So you could do a lot of things, and at the end of the 30 minutes match, we add up the scores somehow of every guy in the team, and we have a team score basically. There's a lot of other ways we could do it as well. Even for the benchmark draw and how we decide which benchmark is going to be used, there's a lot of ways to do that as well. So, and I mean, we could also not stop and go 20 versus 22, but then it's kind of hard to
Please
see what's
don't.
going on.
Please
the screen.
Even 5 versus 5 is like, wow, that 5 versus 5 I can foresee there's a lot of challenges to do that. Even like 2 versus 2 will be actually super fun. Like you
Yeah.
have to use the same system one after the other.
Yeah.
So you have to, like the pressure on the first guy is that to not fuck up for the second guy, stuff like this. So do we have any idea about what we will try tonight?
Yeah, so, well, tonight we're not totally sure because some guys went for lunch, for dinner, sorry. But what we want to try for now is to take it very simple. We're going to take the World Tour format, which is a simple 1 versus 1, one match. At the end of match, we have a winner. The match for now lasted for 30 minutes. So what we are going to try is to shorten that match to see if 20 minutes is good, if 15 minutes is good, and if, for example, 15 minutes is enough, what about doing 3 times 15 minutes? So we are going to just see that, and basically at the end of those 3 times 15 minutes, you have to be having more wins than the other or something like that. So that will be the first thing we would like to test. Then we want to try something else, which is something we already talked about also, I think, in a different show, which is something I call the death race. Basically,
race.
yeah, the death race. It doesn't really go well with that background music, but
Death race.
but the idea will be that so we have the match, and every 5 at the beginning of the match we draw a benchmark, and we also draw a target score. That target score, that initial target score, would be something that is very easily reachable. So, for example, let's say we take XTU and the first target score is 2,000 points, right? Which is already something pretty decent.
So the goal is to go over 2,000.
Well, yeah, like I mean, you have to. The idea is to pick a benchmark score that if people watch the stream with most of the PCs on the market, you would be more or less able to kind of get a reach of that. Of course, if you're going to bench your 2-core CPUs, you're gonna be far away. The idea is you start a match, and you have a countdown starting 5 minutes. That's the first set. So the countdown goes down, and during those 5 minutes, the goal of the two overclockers being in the game is to beat that score. So as soon as they beat this score, they can stop trying to beat it, and they can do something else. For example, work on their tweaking, work on memory efficiency, or whatever else comes into play, depending on what the benchmark is. At the end of those 5 minutes, if you beat that score, you get 1 point. If you haven't beaten it, you get 0 points. All right, and we keep going. We have 1 minute cooldown between both. And
So
then
what is the cooldown actually?
it's basically 1 minute for the stream guys to do it, and for also to kind of say something and to transition to the next one. And it's also 1 minute where we can make the draw of the next target. So we take the initial target, which I say was, for example, 2,000, and we draw another one, which is between, for example, 0 and 100 points, and we sum that up to the first one. So, for example, if we draw 80, then it's 2080. That's the next target. So you have 5 minutes again to beat that target. And it goes again. So whoever beats it gets 1 point, etc. And it keeps going up. So the score eventually keeps going up. It might last for quite a while. Of course, maybe drawing
And after
something
2 days, they decided to change the rules.
well, for example, I said between 0 and 100. 0 is stupid, because if you draw 0, it's the same target, right? So it would not
It's
make
like
any
0,
sense.
make it run.
Maybe between 100 and 500 makes more sense, right? So you do that, and the match stops when none of the guys beat the target. And
So basically, you are either too high for the two guys or too high for the system that they have.
Whichever makes that the two guys don't have a score. Also, if the two guys beat the score before the time ends, there's no need to run the end of the 5 minutes. So, for example, if this first score is very easy and everyone beats it in 30 seconds, then there's a 1 minute cooldown straight to the next one. So it keeps going. So the guys can kind of sandbag a little bit here as well. Like they could wait the last 5 minutes to kind of produce the score if they know they can easily make it. For example, if the first score is only 2,000 points and you know you can make it in one run almost from stock, you might want to spend the first 4 minutes or the first 3 minutes to actually start tweaking a bit and then just run it straight before the end, making sure you actually get a score and not crash, and then that's it. So it's kind of, that's where the strategy will come in. That's one of the concepts we also want to try eventually this weekend. So that's an idea. And hopefully, of course, by the end of the game, there's a winner that has more wins than the other, etc., etc. There's another variation to that. Would be that,
Well, actually, no. But thinking about that, it could be endless, basically.
it could be endless. You could also, for example, decide that if the two guys don't beat the score, so both guys at the end of 5 minutes have no score, so they get both 0 points, it doesn't matter. Another 1 minute cooldown, another set, and it keeps going, right? And you just say, okay, we decide one match can be a maximum of 1 hour, right? So you can do as many runs in there as you want. So we just decide a set time for the total game instead of deciding, oh, both have 0, we stop the game, right? So it's two different ways to see it. We could also decide the game stops or there's a winner once you have three victories over your contestants, right? You could do something like that. Like, for example, it's the same like we have in tennis, right? It's the amount of difference between the sets of the guys that won. There's a lot of sports that are kind of like that. So we could. There's a lot of ways here again. Where you could decide how you end the match.
You picked tennis as a sport to illustrate that. I'm actually wondering how many people understand all the rules of tennis, because sometimes like, oh, in 4 sets it was over, and then they had to go 5 sets. Like 5 sets. You know, set in French means 7, so sometimes it's a bit confusing for us. But it's like they went 5-7. Like what? What are you saying?
Yeah. So there's a lot of ways we can do it. Of course, we won't be able to try all of them, but the idea is to first try the main concept, see if the concept is interesting, if the guys like it, and uh, and yeah, there's other things we were talking about of testing, but I highly doubt we'll have the time. Is also the way we draw the benchmarks at the start.
Actually, the well, if we do like one versus one with different benchmark, we can try different drawing things.
Yeah, for example, right
So
now
so
in
oh, it's okay, okay. So for people that just get in or that didn't watch any of the stream we did before, but the competitive overclocking side, the way it works is people we have to draw a benchmark. So there's a set of benchmark like maybe 7 or 12, and we draw a benchmark out of this one. So let's say the first one is like okay, XTU at 5 gigahertz. And the guy that were actually in top position of the qualifier can veto or not. So basically it's like, okay, I want the benchmark, I'm fine with it. Or no, I don't want it, I use my veto, I have only one, I use my veto to dismiss this benchmark. So then the second person can then say if it veto or not, and then goes on like this. But there's only one, like basically one try. What we want to maybe like try out and find is maybe they could be like if you guys watch some Dota games before, you know they can ban and pick and choose the heroes and stuff like this. At first I never understood how this works, and then I watched again and then still didn't understood how it works, and in the end I find out that it should be much easier than that. So basically it's like ban one, 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 until there's only one benchmark left, and that's the benchmark you're gonna use.
Yeah, so that's one way to do it. That would be also interesting to do. This could be also just like, for example, you would have everyone picks a benchmark, and the computer or the AI sort of picks another one. And then you just make a draw out of that or something like that.
Computer draw benchmark.
Yes, you could do a lot of any humoristic way you would do it. I mean, like there's a lot of possibilities, and there's plenty of benchmarks out there anyway, so you could make it very, very interesting, I suppose.
Actually, if you guys have any idea on the live chat, just let us know, because honestly, this is we are saying here nothing that we are trying now will be for sure something that will happen after. It's just trying out new stuff. So yeah, like we are trying out new stuff with like everything we try. We're trying out, actually you are trying out new beer right now. I didn't even knew about that one, like stout. Belgian AB style. Like it's supposed to be Pennsylvania to be like a lot of microbrewery and so on. So, well, should be interesting. And don't drink and drive, and don't drink if you are underage. And that depends on your country. And I have to say it, or otherwise I get into trouble.
Yep.
There's like a disclaimer passing by below the screen. With like the 200 different countries and different laws and depending the age and so on.
Yeah. So currently tonight, what we are planning to do is actually to test with two guys here. Well, it's the guys we already hooked up to the system. They took a break in drying the system. The box you can actually see is Joe, so Stepanzi's system being drying inside that box because it's very humid here, like seriously humid, something like 80%. So there's really a lot of condensation. Every 30 minutes, 40 minutes, you have to unmount and remount, drying everything. So yeah, so once their system is ready again, so that's not gonna be before in a half an hour or something.
Actually depends on what they got for dinner.
Yeah, of course, and so they would be Stepanzi and Mark0053. So those are the two guys that are going to test out things later tonight, eventually. We also There's also another thing we want to try, which is about the layout.
Oh yeah, true. We don't
We
speak
have to
about
not forget
that.
that.
Can we tease a little bit more the people about this?
Oh yeah, we can even show them what it looks like so
Okay.
far, I think.
So
I don't
a little
know,
bit
if
of
you-
history. Once
if you
upon a
get-
time.
If you guys wants to see it, of course, because no one cares. We just keep it for ourselves.
Okay. We want at least you guys on the chat to spam the chat to just let us know to see it. Otherwise, we won't show it. In the meantime, we have some awesome T-shirts, and there's some more we can get now. So, Tim, how can we do that?
Okay, so we set up the shop. I think I have the link here, so I'm just pasting it in the chat. So we got some T-shirts for men and women. We've also got some hoodies as well. So if you guys want to get those cool Keep Pushing It hoodies and T-shirts, go ahead, grab yours. Yeah, Truth is also spamming the thing now. And also the cool thing is, if you register to our newsletter, if it's not already done, you will receive a code and you can get $3 off your T-shirt.
What?
Yeah,
Say what? We
$3.
we can get this awesome T-shirt at reduced price. Oh my God! For only $99.99.
It's not $99.99.
It's $21.99 then. No, what's the? Well, actually, I can't remember the price. What's the official price?
It's it's $23.99, so minus 3.21.
For only $21.99 after mailing
$20.99.
rebate, you can get this awesome T-shirt in different colors, in different size, and even for a girl. And you can even get the hoodie for it. And this is awesome.
Yeah,
You
there's
could
also
also
some
buy a tube of thermal paste.
You could as well, yeah. If only we could do group orders, we would sell both to you, but it's not the case, sadly.
Well, actually, I do have the previous hoodie that we got, like the first run for the collector edition. Because actually the edition is slightly different. The new
Yeah,
one.
so the first edition has the Twitch logo, like this one. The other one doesn't have the Twitch logo, so that's the only difference. The rest of the T-shirt is the same, so keep pushing it to the front and the small OCTV logo at the back. Yeah, well.
Damn it.
There. Yes. So that's it. No, your microphone is in front now. It's not.
Okay, too bad. You're gonna have to buy one to see it.
But then again, the thermal paste keeps your processor cool. The T-shirt keeps your body warm. So it's kind of the
You
complete
can also
opposite.
use the T-shirt as insulation.
Yes, it's very good. It's actually very high-grade cotton, so you can use it to absorb humidity, condensation, all that kind of stuff. Only do that when your T-shirt is worn off, and when it's old. Please don't do that with new T-shirts. But if you really want to do it, you can try it.
Well, you can buy 10 of them. That would be cool.
Yeah, I'm sure if you actually want to buy 10, just let us know. We can probably make some package stuff so you can get some extra little discount or something.
Actually, talking about package, and there's someone on the chat like Droid Insanity. He was our first subscriber on the channel. Droid, I have your T-shirt with me here, but I need to find the time to ship it from within the US, or I will ship it from Canada next week. So I have the T-shirt for you. Don't worry, it's gonna be on the way pretty soon.
To be honest, I was expecting to see you here. I'm very disappointed. I'm kidding. It's good to have you there. So, Truth.
A little bit of history.
No. There was enough history.
No, I want to say it.
Okay, let's do your intro. Go ahead.
Once upon a time. Okay, where the people were living this time. Okay, let's. Once upon a time, we were making overclocking competition where no one could see anything. Just
When there
the
was
basic
no
camera.
power.
When there was, yeah, that happened once.
You have to make it kind of, epic.
And there was no power. Everything was dark. Only one small camera in a corner of the room was there to remind you that, well, something was supposed to happen there. But you were waiting and 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 it's gone. And nothing was happening for like 6 hours. Well, then stuff changed and people start getting interested in benching again and showing more what's happening. And then one day the lights came through this holy world of the overclocking and we could see the screen. But that was just behind the camera, so that was like showing something that you could see but not really showing it. It's like, oh yeah, like John Cena, you can see it when he's like this, like you say John Cena, but you can't really see it. You can see he's always have his hand in front of him. Yeah, you know the John Cena team. Well, no, I won't play it on the live anyway. So, and one day we could see the screen. That was awesome. But still, there was something missing. Something very, very, very important. Something that everyone was training to get. And this is data, information about what's going on. Like every time, like what is the frequency? Like what is the temperature they're running? Like what kind of hardware they're using? Well, let's face it. Now we can do it.
I think if people right now join the stream, they have absolutely no idea of what's going on. They're like, "What the?"
It's like, what?
I'm a guest on the stream and I'm lost, but that might be because I'm tired.
Oh yeah, maybe. Yeah, it's probably because you've been benching too much with plastic cups and stuff.
The carbon dioxide is getting to me.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, actually, I don't know if you guys can see, but here you can see 2 tanks, but there's actually much more than that.
So if you hear some farting in the backgrounds, that's not Trouffman having too much garlic.
Well, talking about, okay, that's gonna go sideways all the way tonight. Talking about garlic, okay, for the people that know me, they know that I cannot eat garlic because I don't digest it. And we came here and say, like Stepan says, oh yeah, there's a restaurant, don't worry. The name of the restaurant is The Garlic Poet. Like, come on. It's like I can't even eat anything in there. It's like, oh yeah, we do serve beers. Like, yeah, but garlic beer or what's wrong with it? Yeah. Also, in a far, far away land, we came through this long journey for about like 8 years, pretty much. And now is the time that we can see the temperature of the CPU. Well, actually, not only the CPU. And this is awesome! This is awesome! This is revolutionary! Oh my god, it's like Graham Bell inventing the phone! Oh, did he invent the phone?
No,
Mr.
he
Bell?
didn't. No.
Oh no, he stole the invention from someone else, right?
Totally not. Yeah.
So what did he invent? Graham Bell. What was his invention?
Wasn't it the telegraph?
Because actually, Bell is the name of the. Used to be the name.
I think it was the telegraph or something.
Peter Boston first practical telephone.
Oh, telephone. Very
Like, practical.
so yeah, the one where you didn't have to run to your neighbors to tell them something.
It's like hey, I have something to say to you. It's like, okay, call me back. So basically, come with me to my home and I tell you. So in a far, far away land, long, long time ago, more than 8 years ago, nothing could be done, nothing could be seen. But nowadays, with the awesome revolutionary system of the IoT, always sponsored by Intel and all the... you have to blast some like marketing message all the way. Like, and this stream has been sponsored by...
Well, I mean, the Corsair
Super strong
logo
wood
behind
table.
you. Give it away.
You want the tank? It's yours, you can come pick it up.
No, I'm just saying the logos sort of give away who's already sponsoring this stream. I mean,
No, they're not sponsoring the stream, they're just helping out with the
Sponsoring the LN2.
Like the
actually.
LN2, yeah.
Which
Yeah.
is why the stickers are on the tank.
Yeah, otherwise, why? I mean, they're not producing LN2 yet.
Hey, that would be cool actually.
Yeah.
that would be
Well-
awesome.
Yeah. Some Corsair or some other brands cooling solutions delivered to your home, just like Amazon Prime for the vegetables, you know.
It's like Amazon LN2 Prime. The LN2 Prime, you order how many liters you
Actually, we should totally do that. We should suggest to Amazon to deliver LN2.
want. You can, the issue is the transportation. And
Yeah,
there's
they
a
can-
special free and regulation.
They can just go and regulate. What's the problem?
I mean,
Oh, but there's regulation for the ground transportation.
Not in the air. We're gonna drop you at the water. Be careful.
And dropping
Oh,
stuff
God.
in 3, 2, 1.
but instead of fire, you get ice.
Yeah.
It's like, what happened here? Everything's frozen. It's a portable winter.
Oh, you say frozen? Let it go.
Well, if you drop-
Let it go. Okay, sorry.
Oh, so Sophos on the chat on Facebook, you're asking if you are planning to go around and show you stuff. Yes, that was the plan until we forgot the charger for the wireless transmitter. So
Yeah, we could with the cell phone actually.
So actually, we're still trying to look if we can find a 6 to 12 volt charger to, or like transformer. How do you
Wait,
call
you
it?
need a-
AC
well-
adapter.
Just
Uh,
hook it up to a power supply. Those kick out 12 volts.
Yeah, but we need the socket. I could put the wires
Did
inside. You know
nobody
me, I
bring
would
a
do
soldering
it.
pen? Screwdriver, soldering pen?
Dude, like those are overclockers. They're not engineers.
I'll solder everything.
Well, especially you. Actually, like
I
the
might have a problem with the soldering pen, yes, because
It's
for a
like,
long
oh
time
yeah,
I couldn't get LN2, so my number one solution for more gigahertz was just more voltage.
Exactly, which is always the best solution.
well, every time I watch some of your stream, it's like, oh well, the driver doesn't want to download. Let's mod the card. Like, what's the link between the two? It's like there's not even like cause and effect things in there. It's like whatever.
No,
Um,
but anyway, we realized that just a few minutes before streaming, so we didn't had yet the time to mod the thing. But I'm sure we can fix that. Nevertheless, we do have some GoPro in one corner. I don't know if this one is working.
yeah,
We
it
can
should.
show you because there's actually currently Aerotrax from Germany that is here, and he's benching over there. So that's right in front of us in the room. Um, and I think on the other side there we have some other guys. We have some cool stuff actually here. We also have a LN2 closed
Yeah.
LN2 system, not completely closed loop. It's not like the
Oh,
one
wait,
from
wait, wait.
Vince, you
There's
know.
one stuff I can come pick it up.
You can what?
I can go pick one up.
Oh yeah, you can get the pot. So we actually later on tonight probably get you the guys that did that come on the stream to tell you how it actually works because it's pretty cool. So he built this kind of like a container where he injects the LN2 in there. He has the whole thing to control temperature through a computer. So you just put in what temperature you want, target temperature on your CPU or graphics card, and it applies it straight to it. The cool thing with it is there's also zero condensation, and it has the advantage from what I've seen compared to the one that um, Vince did, Kingpin, is that it also is easier to set up. Because the one from Vince is a lot of piping and the connectings and things like that. Like this one seems to be almost as easy as putting LN2 pod on your hardware and then just connect it to the pipe, and that's it.
You know what?
So,
I got the second camera as well.
oh yeah, do that, do that. All right, so yeah, that's the thing. So Truth brought me the thing here. Switch the angle so people can see this beauty, and we
Okay,
can
first of
maybe-
all, I need to give you a little bit introduction. This stuff is made by Brian, that is here with us as well. So he brought actually the prototype with him, and he told me the company that makes this is his company is called LNL Cooling, and this is called like the OCCX. So basically, as Timothée told you, it's a via kind of like automatic cooling solution for liquid nitrogen. Let's start by with the almost simple one. Here I can have it. All right. So this is a CPU bot. So this part here is usually what we know from the cooling solution that we put on the CPU to cool it down. But you see, there is no stuff to put the liquid nitrogen in it. Like, what's wrong with that? Actually, there's nothing wrong. This is awesome. Tim?
Yes.
I don't know exactly how you explain everything, but basically this is electronic valve, and it's actually pouring the flow of LN2 inside, controlling the complete temperature for it.
Yeah. So I don't know if we can get a close up. So basically, let me like flip like that. All right. So you have the system like this.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm filming like a cooking show or a porn movie.
I don't know, Truth.
Oh yeah, get in there. Oh yeah, you can see it's coming. Oh yeah.
All right. So, okay. So this is a kind of traditional LN2 container. It's just kind of smaller because it doesn't need. You don't need to pour LN2 inside, so you don't actually need to have a huge container, right? You don't need that. What you have here is you have some kind of valve. It's just a venting tube. And basically, when the LN2 evaporates, just like in a regular LN2 pot, it just goes out and evaporates.
And it's gone.
Shh. All right, this is the valve that we were talking about. This whole piece here, and here it's closed. I can show you quickly without putting stuff in there. That's the connector where you connect the pipe from the LN2 tank. So you have
and
you
the
have a
question
pipe.
is- yeah, but that's so small.
It's small because you don't need to have it big at all. You don't need to have it big. The problem if as soon as it's big, it's very hard to control the pressure, right? It's very hard.
What she said.
It's very, but anyway, so that's why it's small. And the cool thing it is, the pipe to connect there is actually made out of plastic. It's some kind of plastic. It's
Yeah.
not just regular plastic, but it's some kind of plastic that can resist the temperature and remains flexible even by minus 196 degrees. And it also, because it's small, you don't need to have a massive insulation around. You can also keep it quite small. So the tubing and everything is quite easily usable and accessible. Another thing you can see here, there's coming out on the side there's some cables. So this is basically nicely sleeved and everything. You have a power connector because you have actually a warming system in there to warm it up. So of course, when you have a cold bug, that's kind of practical. It's also practical to have the system, the electronics to control the temperature. Electronics which are using, of course, some of the power, but also have here some thermal probe connectors, and the guy built a whole system to actually monitor, set, control everything, the temperature, and it's more precise than to the degree. So it's very, very, very precise, and it's I saw it in action. It's very efficient as well. Very little LN2 is being used. And the cool other thing that he does to avoid condensation is simply by just putting regular simple insulation. Not much, actually, a lot less than you would actually do with a system on a bench bed. He mounts it in the system, so that here we have
Wait.
we have the one for the GPU here, so you can imagine this will be a motherboard and CPU, GPU. And so it evaporates, and he puts that in a PC case with a hole on top where you usually have the hole for the side fans if you're kind of a modder or a kind of a case geek. Actually, nowadays, most cases don't have fans on the side anymore. Um, so
Who
the,
use cases? Because we have the all awesome open bench table project that is
well,
soon to have some more information about that.
so everything goes out through that hole, everything, the pipes with the insulation as well, where the LN2 flows in, and it's the hole is closed, so there's almost no air coming out of the case. The case is not waterproof or airtight or anything, but it works the same way than when you bench inside those boxes. You know, when you do inside a box benching, like for example the guys used at the Intel event 2 years ago, or in some other overclocking events as well. You might have seen that. You use like a polystyrene case, put your motherboard in there without having it touching the floor, and basically you pour LN2 inside, so it cools down the ambient air in the case, and all the LN2 evaporating chases away the air which is filled with humidity. So you end up with an environment which is very, very dry, which is very, very cold, like something around, I think in his PC he said it's between minus 40 to minus 60 degrees. And basically all the water in there just freezes, so you have zero condensation, and because you're never torching things and you don't have hot air going around your components, you never have liquid condensation in the
Well,
case
actually, the
ever.
condensation happened all outside of the case.
Yeah, so the case is not super, like I would say, it's not like a thermal flask. So basically, you have condensation all around because it's just a regular PC chassis made out of steel. So there's water pretty much everywhere on the table, and you always have to kind of wipe it off. But it's not really a problem because the liquid water doesn't get in there. So that's a pretty cool thing. I think on the website, I'm not sure if we can show my screen, Truffman.
Yeah, I could.
Let
Um,
let me check if
so
I.
why do you check for the website? So this is actually like the GPU version for it. It's actually quite heavy, but as you can see, it's using like the whole
Well, quite
outside of
heavy.
the.
I think it's half the weight of a regular CPU pod and GPU
Oh
pod.
yeah, of course, of course. Actually, it's actually half the size as well.
Yeah. So some will say probably it reduces the fun of LN2 benching. It makes it certainly more automated. Let me show you this picture.
Well, let me
Do you see my
grab. Oh no, I
screen?
need to grab your screen again.
Grab my screen again. Maybe
Oh yeah,
did it.
I get your display directly, so that should be easier to do. Nope.
Try again. Try again. Try again.
Oh yeah.
Try until it
yeah,
works.
Yeah, now I can.
You can.
Yeah, but wait, I don't want the sun. Okay.
Okay, so let me show this. So he also built this thing. So that's the pipe that connects to the LN2 tank. So the red part here, that's where it connects onto the water onto the water block onto the LN2 block.
See, you're getting used to it already.
Yeah, I'm already getting used to it. It's too familiar. Um, so and the other side where you see this is the usual like a kind of like a cascade thing. This is not there at all, and it's just a connection to the LN2 tank. He also built that thing here, which is like a box which
That's the
has all
controller, basically.
it's
Huh?
the controller. So in there you have all the electronics and all the embedded logics to control the circuit. All you need to have is basically a connection to USB to a PC, and you can just in the software set your temperature and there you go. It's just applied to your CPU. That's all you needed to know. And you can literally bench for that for hours. Like when here at the venue, everyone was basically drying up every 30 minutes. This guy has been running since this morning nonstop.
Well, he's
So
wiping his case, but nothing else.
hey, it's a lot less constrained. So that's what it looks like. Let me see if there's actually some other pictures. I think here we have a picture. It's through the box. I took some videos before with a camera. I will try to edit a short video for you guys later tonight. So basically, it goes in there. It's kind of similar to that, but now it looks a lot more freestyle. And yeah, and that's it. That's pretty much it.
For
So
you guys to that are wondering, like, how is that like vacuum or something? Like the case is not vacuum. It's just the case is just like not even sealed. It's just because the LN2 the liquid phase evaporates. It takes 700 times more space than the liquid phase. It will actually just take more space in the case. The thing is, the condensation only happen when you have like the ambient air and something that is humid. So basically, if you get rid of humidity, you don't have condensation anymore. So basically, what you did is to blow the remains of the evaporated LN2 inside the case to actually whoosh away all the regular air that you have with humidity, and that's how you don't get.
it's very clever actually. It's very well thought because having a closed system doesn't really solve that condensation problem at all. It just probably even not make it worse, but they do make it worse in the way that it's more constrainous to unmount. So here at least the problem is sort of solved. It has also the advantage to be a lot more quiet if you're someone that has to bench at home in a quiet environment. Of course, one, you need to have a pressurized tank, at least a low pressure
Yep.
tank, otherwise it doesn't work. But at least you just turn on the valve on top, it does just a little like psst every once in a while when it's injecting something, when the valve turns on, and that's it. And there's absolutely no noise, not like filling DORs and things like that. There's no need for thermal flasks or anything. It's very interesting actually. It's very 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 interesting.
Let's let.
Is
Sorry,
that the replay?
that's the inception part. So actually, this is gonna be very interesting to see. That's gonna be very interesting to see what we can do because that's the second time this year we saw someone with this kind of system. If you guys remember, during Computex, like a month and a half ago, basically, like early June,
Yep.
Vince Kingpin was using the same kind of system, not exactly the same one,
It was more
but
of
the
a
same,
closed loop thing.
but the same concept with like electronic valve controlling the LN2 flow and so on.
Yeah, but it was
And
less. He was using his regular temperature meters to display temperature. He was using
it
buttons
was
to
not
push up
autonomous. It was not
and down.
autonomous.
Yeah, like this one here is like really you just set temperature and there you go. It's just going at that temperature. It's really cool. Of course, for the guy like his company does stuff for like space exploration where they test satellite parts. As in space temperatures and things like that. So for them, it's important they can control temperature for a long time without condensation. So for them, of course, the business is quite different from overclocking, but you can definitely use it for extreme PC stuff. So it's yeah, it's fairly cool.
I like it. I like the way that there's so many new stuff actually happening on this side. Because people say like, oh yeah, LN2 pod, LN2 pod is a LN2 pod. There's nothing else you can do for that.
Yeah,
Well, actually, that's not true because like Roman came up with a completely new
there's a new
refined
GPU
design
part. Yeah,
for the CPU. Then come with a completely refined new design for the GPU pod, and and now we have these like two different approach at a closed loop system as well. And
yeah,
it's been like this is actually super interesting as well because you're not trying to reach the lowest temperature ever. You're trying to reach a very fine grain control temperature nowadays.
So Buildzoid, do you want one?
One of these?
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, it'd be cool to play with, but like, yeah, I guess I'd say yeah, I want one just to play with it. But I don't see myself buying one anytime soon because
Yeah, it's
I'm
probably
happy with
expensive,
what I
I
have.
suppose.
Yeah,
I think
But actually,
actually,
yeah, go on.
actually, I think their site has pricing, or maybe I'm misremembering because
yeah, it has pricing for some of the stuff. Maybe I think the most expensive part is the valves,
Yep.
the
Yeah.
stuff, because those are like cryogenic things and like old things.
yeah, that's
cryogenic,
always
it's-
insanely expensive.
Yeah, actually,
Because the container itself is more or less a regular container just closed on top. You know, it's not
Yeah,
so much of a big
a
deal. But
little bit of history once again. These cost.
Oh,
Please stop.
making stuff.
A little bit of history. These valves here cost, from what I remember, about eight years ago, did cost about 380 euros each, and you don't get exactly the same one. There's like some very like a difference of the airflow and the control because they can open and close. There's like a fast rate pretty much. And yes, that's super expensive. So I expect this system to, yes, I guess he told us like, yes, I will be selling it, but of course that's not gonna be affordable. Like even if
Well, who
found
knows,
out
right?
that-
Who knows?
Yeah, but like still the Roman pod is like for like what, $500?
They're expensive butts as well.
Roman's pot is 500 euro.
Yeah.
I know
500
because
euros.
I have one.
After, I think in the end, it also will what will make a difference. Once for using this, you need to get access to tanks. So every time you buy LN2, it's 120 liters or something. The other thing to see is how much LN2 are you going to eventually save, right? When we pour LN2 in regular LN2 pots, we're wasting a lot of it. Like we're already wasting probably like I don't know 1/5 of the tank when we're
Just
transferring from the
yeah, just from
thing to the
transferring.
dewar to the flasks, and everything else is mainly just a lot of pouring that gets away as well. Because so I guess here you will probably, I don't know, we'll have to measure it, I suppose, to see how much more benching you can actually do with a system like that compared to a regular system.
You know what? I will just hint the idea about that at Brian and say that's gonna be your only argument to sell them, because basically this stuff is great, but you need so many requirements to have it. Like you need the tank, you need to have the tubing, you need to have the controller as well, because you can control that like with like a push button, like Vince did on his system.
Yeah, that's
But
a
you need the
cheaper way to
controller
do
as
it.
well, yeah.
The controller is very nice, and it also draws the graphs and everything, so you can have a live monitoring of everything, how it's going. It's pretty cool. So
Yeah, very looking good system, and it's super fun to see some evolution and innovation in this world. I like it.
So those
So-
are the things going on here because we were actually going around. There was a question on the chat. I saw they were asking Aerotrax if he came all the way from Germany for the event. Aerotrax, you came here from Germany just for the event? He's here for 2 weeks. Vacation? Yeah, vacation. So he made all the way to here. He just pretends he's on a vacation, but he actually came here for the event. He just doesn't want to admit it.
Well, there's a reason we know about him already, right?
Yeah. So he.
A little bit of history. Once upon
Once
a
upon a
time,
time.
2 years ago.
So he participated in the ROG camp in Germany a few like 2 years ago. Yeah. So that was basically a training camp where you could learn how to bench with liquid nitrogen. So during that event, overclockers were invited to come there. There was like I think 8 overclockers from all over Germany because it was ASUS Germany organizing it, and basically they were teaching them how to overclock with LN2. So first there was Roman Debau that was there introducing the gear, also introducing how to insulate things, and then telling them okay some tweaks and tips for overclocking with liquid nitrogen. And then they had a small competition on the second day. So it was kind of a cool event. Yeah, it was very nice. So Aerotrax was there, and since then he bought his spot there at the event, and it just basically didn't stop.
once you get in, you never leave. Yeah, you can see that this is a test stream, right? We try very bad jokes and very bad pun as well.
It's very structured as well because we keep changing topics, and as we are talking about Euro tracks, we're actually looking at the motherboard from Mark0053, who is insulating his board, having a fun time painting Vaseline all over the place.
Ugh.
Oh boy.
No comments there, please. No comments.
Okay, let's.
Plastic dip, please.
How are you guys doing on the live chat? That's important because here for us in the US it's like 8:30 p.m. But I guess that for some of you guys, like you, Buildzoid in UK, it's a little bit like
It's
later
1:30,
in the evening.
1:30 a.m. Yeah, it's
That's
1:30
okay.
a.m.
It's not that bad, right?
Yeah, it really isn't.
Yeah. No
I
problem.
mean, I don't think I was functional before noon, so no,
See?
I'm not awake for that long.
We are just using you to your full potential. You should be thankful.
Yeah.
Oh boy. So yeah, so I think that was like 15 minutes ago we started the story.
Yeah.
That
Wait, we didn't finish it?
yeah, of course not.
Which one? I don't remember which
I
story.
want to get off Mr. Trouffman's wild ride.
Let me remind you.
Stop.
Story time. Far, far away, 8 years ago, we could not see things when people were doing their thing. And nowadays, even if we're getting older and creepier and more, no, we want more all the time. We always want more.
Yeah,
There's
that's why Mark is using Vaseline and eraser at the same time. He wants more insulation. Wait for it. Once he's done with the with Vaseline, he's gonna add plastic dip.
That's
And-
not
and-
good.
Just to make
That's
it
not
sure, you know.
working this- If you did it in reverse, it might actually work, but that order.
No, that way, like plastic dip on top of the Vaseline, that's completely retarded. That's not gonna work.
Yeah, totally not. No.
I mean, what would you'd get like a layer of oh my god, that'd be horrible. That would be like you'd have the layer of plasti dip on all of the Vaseline.
And that's the thing, you cannot ever clean it.
Even a dishwasher doesn't want it.
Nope,
No,
not
but the
working.
plasti dip. No, here's the thing: the Vaseline would completely invalidate the plasti dip's adhesive properties,
Yes.
right? Because it sticks to stuff. So you'd basically just have this layer of plasti dip which just slides around.
It floats on
It
it.
floats around.
Yeah, it'd be completely useless.
Yep.
Okay, for you guys that just tune in on Twitch, find out this on the creative, trying to look for the Food Network, sorry, it's not here, or Bob Ross, sorry, it's not here. We're talking about guys insulating computers to make them, cool down and go faster. Yes, that's what we do. No, not ashamed about it, at all.
So what
But
was the
that's fun.
story you didn't finish?
Oh yeah, there was a time,
Yeah.
far, far long time ago, where we could not see anything. Then one day came the light, but the light was only white, and it was only the screen. And then one day after that, the light began to change and became yellow and red, and blue and green, and all depending on the BIOSes that we can have and the benchmark we can run. That was awesome.
I think Twitch is gonna kick us away from the creative channel.
Oh come on, I'm
How
trying
did
to be
you
creative
get on
here.
How do you get on the creative channel? Because I'm not even on it, and I still haven't figured out how to get there.
Oh,
and
it's
I'm
not a-
not
it's
You
not
just
a
need to
channel,
play,
it's the
play
type.
creative.
Yeah.
That's it.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, cool.
Yes. Actually,
I'm
if
gonna
you
go
guys
do
are
that.
Okay, that's gonna be Twitch 101, tips number 1.
actually we do have now a overclocking team on Twitch as well. So if you want to join the team, Buildzoid, we should add you to it. So it's a kind of it's a collection of all the channels that just stream overclocking. So if you guys are streaming overclocking once in a while, just send us an email or some message, and we'll just add you to the team.
To the
Like that.
official overclocking team.
Yeah, it's easier for other guys to find streams about overclocking because otherwise it gets lost into creative with food and drawings and
Come on, the
Uh,
Food Network is
The
awesome.
normal
and
people
don't-
stuff.
the food channel is.
Okay, yeah, actually, you're right. And actually, the Food Network is awesome, and I have to say it. Sorry for that, but I have to say it. When we were in Taiwan last month,
Yeah.
That was the last thing we were watching in the evening.
Yeah, actually, the food channel is really good. I can only recommend you guys to watch that when there's no overclocking going on. Don't watch anything else, just the food channel. But as soon as overclocking starts, you should go back to it, for sure.
Yeah, fast food my way with Jacques Pépin.
Yeah. So Jacques Pépin is going to cook some French food.
So you need the butter, oil, and wine.
Yes, I like how he does omelets with oil and butter, and he always fries everything with oil and butter. You know, you just oil or just butter doesn't work. It's kind of like Vaseline and plastic dip, actually.
Oh.
Both alone are super great. Together, not so good.
Apparently,
Oh my
it's
God,
a very
I'm
famous
crying
cooking
here.
trick. So.
I'm legit crying here, which isn't really much of an achievement because I cry easy, but
Yeah.
So now the plastic dip part. Look, he flipped the motherboard. Is he going to do it?
Are
Is
you
he
really
going to
commenting?
have?
I cannot finish my story. Come on, it's been 1 hour. I'm trying to say that story.
I think there's
yeah,
so much
let's
things
get the
to
story
say.
over with.
There's so much things to say about someone insulating a motherboard. Like, I mean, literally, if
And
you
here,
like,
I
look,
can't wait.
and
I'm,
here,
I'm getting lost here.
and
'cause-
here,
wait.
just wait. Look, he's coming for it. He's actually, we can't see it, but he's screwing the rods into the backplate for the CPU pod. It's like he's done that his whole life. Such a dexterity and technique. I'm impressed. And meanwhile, in the background, an LN2 tank is farting, of course.
It's too late at night.
Yeah, it's too late, and we still haven't heard the end of the story. And now Truth actually ran away, so I don't know when he's gonna come back.
Oh well, we can
So-
stare at the professional art
the-
of insulating a motherboard.
Yeah, so
And I
pick
can't
up
actually
the
see what he's
motherboard.
doing, so I can't provide a great commentary. But here we can see he's placing the backplate
Yeah,
for the
yeah.
CPU, and he's preparing his armor flex to prevent water buildup on the back of the board.
And
This
you
is
can
the thermal
actually see he
insulation.
prepared some holes in the armor flex before.
Flex. That
Very
is
good.
very important. Otherwise, you're
Don't
going to
try
end
to-
up with
yes.
with
Don't
bolts
try
that
to-
just won't align with the motherboard.
Totally not.
And that's not something you want to be dealing with in
Yes.
such a stressful environment.
And
as
look,
is
he's
competitive
using the index to push it down. Very
As you can
important.
see, he's ready to make the move.
So you have to use several layers of blue paper towel. If you're using
the
if
yellow
you're
one
u-
doesn't work.
you can use the white one, but you need at least double the amount of
It's-
layers.
Though, wait, if you use white paper towel, that actually gets all soggy and stuff.
Yeah.
Hey,
so
come on,
if,
we don't
if you
discriminate
heat
here.
it back up again, it just disintegrates, and then you're screwed. So
Yeah.
So see,
blue
this is the
paper
issue.
towel
This is
is
this
the
right here is
paper
the
towel to use.
That's a wrong technique. See,
this is the issue. This is the noob mistake.
he's
yeah,
punching
he's gonna,
holes.
It's gonna get all crumpled up under
Yeah.
once he puts the board on because the towel isn't properly spaced.
Oh,
but he actually
what a
oh,
mistake! You
what
can
a
see
mistake.
on
Yeah,
the
he has
top
that
left. On the
crease.
top left, you
Oh
can
my
see
God.
there's one
Awful.
part left of
I
the
can't
paper
believe
towel.
it. I can't believe that this guy
Look at
qualified
the
for the
giant
world
bump he
championship.
has
This
that
is
paper
this
towel.
is
That's gonna
not even
totally
what,
ruin his
what is
insulation.
going on? He's adding bubbles of air all over under the socket. I can't believe it. This is look at that. He's almost dropping his motherboard. What is going on? My God, this guy had too many
The
beers before. or
Vaseline is
something.
really,
And
really
there we go.
harming his ability to hold his
He's-
motherboard. It's getting really slippery.
He's making his move, aligning all the
He's aligning
rods to
all the
go
holes
in.
now. Will he
On
get it?
Only overclockers do it four at once.
Soon it can go all the way. Soon all you can see it's maybe the first time, not easy to get in.
He needs to level that board out. He's gonna start
Yep.
scraping the holes really badly. He needs to level out the bottom.
He might actually
And-
have some.
Will he?
Yep.
Will he level it out? Will he?
No.
Okay,
he's just-
Oh, he's still fighting the
Get
screws.
the bottom
Still
a
fighting
little
the-
bit more up.
He needs to lift up the PCIe section. He's never gonna get it on.
Okay,
You know, this
grab
is
the bottom and lift it up. Yes, you can see.
There
it.
we go.
So
He's getting
once
the
you grab,
alignment again.
yeah, once you grab the bottom,
And
this
he's stuck.
works much
Oh,
better.
oh.
Oh
And he's
all the way.
Oh, no,
you
he's
can
stuck,
hear the
he's
sound.
stuck.
It's stuck
He's
on the
stuck
way.
again.
Stuck.
Oh no!
Oh,
no!
he
That's
took the
the
wrong
problem.
rods.
That's the problem with the LGA 2011
Like, oh,
socket. 'Cause
What a
holes.
mistake! What a fail! That is so sad.
Oh my god.
That the holes aren't aligned properly, and with the threaded holes on the LGA 2011 socket, when you try to push those screw rods through, it really doesn't work out very well
It's
for
like
you.
preparing Parmigiano for your pizza, your pasta.
It didn't work from top to bottom. Now he's gonna try from top to bottom, inverted.
Is he gonna stab it
From
through the
bottom to
table?
top.
No, I think it's stuck. It's stuck in the motherboard. He's trying to pull it away, but
Yeah,
I
this
think
is
this setup is
he's-
looking worse.
He's now
and worse
got a
by the
real
minute.
problem. 'Cause
Okay,
those-
okay, guys. This is about computer, okay?
Totally the wrong way to set up it.
But
This thing.
hey, I mean, this points out a very major issue, like the LGA 2011 socket with the freaking like pre-installed screw
Yes,
holes. I mean,
yes,
what the hell are you
terrible.
supposed to do about this, right? It's like if I was doing this, I would put the rods through the motherboard individually first because it's threaded, right?
Yep.
And so I'd get the rods through the motherboard, and then I'd try battle the back plate on afterwards because I don't know if the back plate. Oh, I think he might have a threaded back plate as well.
Yeah, he has a
Okay,
very back plate,
yeah, he's screwed.
So he
Screwed
cannot
both
turn.
directions.
He cannot turn
The board
anything.
and the back plate.
Yeah. So right now you have the most beautiful looking overclocking system right now. You can see upside down. At least positive part. There's not gonna be any
Upside down
condensation.
with a lot of Vaseline.
No condensation on the top of the board in that case.
Oh.
Well, obviously he's taking pictures with his phone now. Like, look, like I don't know if he's actually taking pictures.
We all
for his
know the one that's
Instagram
gonna
or-
end up.
Oh.
But it seems to be, yeah, not going anywhere.
Well,
And Truff is crying too, so he's joining the club, Buildzoid.
You know what that reminds me?
So actually, there's
my
Jensen
Skype quality
who's
has just
sharing a
completely
picture.
wrecked itself.
It's
my
okay.
Skype-
We can still hear you and see you very well. All good.
But on my side, it looks like it's being played on a PlayStation.
Maybe it is, you know.
Tracy
maybe it is.
Master Race!
I will go lower and you can do the commenting.
So actually, Jensen is sharing that picture on the chat, which is what you were talking about, right? So he actually just broke the threading through the hose on the socket.
Oh
so
my god.
I don't know if that's him or if it's someone else, but I think the hole seems to have been drilled through. So you can actually, you can see just with the driller, just explode the threading, and then you can just screw it properly into your LN2 backplate. Yep.
And thank you very much for watching.
Oh, this is yours. Excellent. Very good job. It's actually, it's
That's the one from Jensen.
yeah.
DG.
So yeah, he's very struggling. He's pressing down. He's pushing.
Keep pushing it.
Yeah, keep pushing it upside down. Actually, you know what? You know what, Truff? I will do it. When I will get back to Taipei, I will do a keep pushing a T-shirt with the printing reversed on the font, and I will give it to Mark, and I will see if he actually understands why.
Okay. Say it to the camera, it's recorded. Look at the camera and say exactly what you just said.
I will print a reversed keep pushing a T-shirt for Mark.
Wait, will it be like you'll flip the letters upside down, or just the whole thing upside down?
Actually,
Double one.
we can debate, but we can do both. Yeah, we can flip it upside down and then flip the letters around.
Let me draw. let me do a straw poll for that.
Actually, you can do it straight in the video thing, I think. Can you do mirroring so people can see what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
and get a chance to crash all the system.
Oh yeah, maybe not.
So behind that, beside that, like what was the next thing we wanted to show the people?
Oh yeah, right. So we wanted to show you the
Story time. There was a time.
So yeah,
I
we
think
wanted to
we've
show you the
officially.
interface for the thing.
Well, what is the thing?
All right, so it's still very work in progress.
Well, we need to explain why we are doing it as well.
Yeah.
Story time.
No, 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 no. The thing
Please
is,
don't. Please don't.
the idea is that when the guys overclock, there's a few things we don't see, right? Among those things is the temperature, right? We don't see the temperature at which they're overclocking. So the idea was to add a temperature monitoring straight onto the stream, and for that we built a small device. Which is basically an Arduino with a custom shield to it with thermal probe connectors and things like that. And basically, with that, we can, through some IoT matching, hashtag keyword, basically pipe the data from those sensors onto the stream so we can have temperature on top of the screen. So, Truth, since you're Truth is doing
Can you
something.
keep going for 2 more minutes, please?
All right, so we
Yeah,
added
that's
this.
what she said. I know.
If I was able to show you the device, I would be able to show you what it looks like.
You can go grab it, or it will not work after.
I will unplug it so it will not work anymore.
Ah, damn it. Oh, maybe I can get it with the camera. I can do it.
Yeah, but it's gonna not be so practical. Actually, just get it and replug it back after. It's quick to restart it. Hey, just go for it. Just get it. Go, get it. Yeah. So basically, the device we can monitor temperature, but also there's some voltage reading points as well. This is still a prototype, so right now it looks kind of fancy and stuff. You will see what it looks like. So actually, let me be closer to the camera. So it looks like this. I think I already showed it on the internet a while ago. So basically, what you have is it's just a small Arduino upside down.
Hashtag,
And,
hashtag IoT.
yeah, so it's pretty cool. So it has a LAN ports and all the usual Arduino stuff. So you connect the shield on top. It just kind of clips in there. So you could have shield for anything. There's shields for extra Wi-Fi modules. There's shield for humidity sensor, gyroscope, all kind of stuff. So basically, you have here at the back, you have some thermal probe connectors. Just connect your probes. And then after there's just some small software to run, and you can get the temperature straight onto your computer screen. So when you are doing some overclocking, instead of having a webcam onto your thermometer, well, don't use a webcam because USB is crap anyway, and you can just straight in add that temperature as a kind of a overlay on top of your on top of what you're streaming online. So
What
for,
does that look like when we do it correctly?
it
Like
looks like
this with
that.
the right number, but it has not connected. We don't have the numbers anymore.
Yeah, well, it's better you show it full screen anyway, but you can plug it back and I can start it so we can show people what it looks like, I think.
Sure. Buildzoid, do you want a device like that? Oh, you go take it. Oh, okay.
Right. Sorry, forgot my mic. Yeah.
So yeah, will you be
I've been
interested in a
stealth-
device like that, for example, as an overclocker that do start like extreme overclocking?
Yeah, I think it would be pretty awesome because, well, measuring, keeping track of temperatures. I mean, I do a lot of blind benching, which is like you shouldn't do that, but yeah,
Well,
definitely for the live streams, I would see it super useful because right now it's basically I just have to put like my multimeter and my temperature probes and everything. I have to set them up so that they're in the same frame as the motherboard, as the system, so they're actually visible. But if I had that, then I could just throw an overlay, which would be super convenient. But when I'm just benching regularly, I don't know. I feel I'm kind of fine with just having the temperature, thermometer sitting right next to me and multimeter sitting right next to me. Now, it would be nice. I guess what I would appreciate would be if I didn't have to keep moving probes around, because right now you need several multimeters to keep track of everything, and that gets really expensive if you aren't buying super cheap multimeters.
You know what? That thing
So
we built is actually as precise as a fluke almost.
yeah, we have like less than 0.4 difference, 0.4 degree difference at like minus 110 something.
Oh, 1/6 of the price.
Yeah, actually, that's the best way. It's cheaper and it's almost the same, but it's cheaper and you can do much more things. But let's face it,
Yeah,
this
that's
is still
awesome.
a prototype. This is still under development.
Oh yeah, but there's a lot of cool stuff you can do with that. You could actually, you could
I
do,
mean,
I
if
don't know, like a smartphone app that just gets the reading and have it on your smartwatch, so you can monitor your temperature on your watch or stuff like that. Is you can use that temperature reading any way you want. So it's really cool actually. That's the cool part about it.
yeah,
See, that's the thing. There's so many things happening today, and actually nowadays, like people say like overclocking is not fun anymore. It's like, come on, this have never been that fun since we don't have to mod the motherboard anymore. I mean, like, okay, come on, let's face it. Like 10 years ago, we used to modify hardware on the motherboard. We don't do it anymore. The only thing we do on the motherboard is insulate. This is like, okay, you have to insulate correctly because the motherboard is like quite pricey as well.
Yeah.
But well, this gonna be like more interesting. This is gonna change not exactly the game directly, but outside of like all the things around the game, like the LN2 pod, like autonomous ones, these kind of type of things, the lives, the competition, and so on.
So actually, you can show it now. It actually works. It should be working at least.
Like
No, not
this.
here. Not there. We don't care there. Just show the reading.
Oh yeah, we can have the reading.
So you can just add readings like that on top of your streaming. If you do streaming, but if you don't do streaming, you could just have a tablet with that is acting as your screen. And if you have like one or two or four or six probes or as many as you want to have, that's cool as well. You can have voltage at the same time. Um, yeah, you could
I think
basically input
I can drop
anything.
one in the LN2, right?
Yeah, you can put one
I think it's
one
the
in the
blue
other
one.
two. The blue one should be that one. Whichever we can switch to, which so people can see it going down as well. So it's pretty fast as well in speed of reading. So I think it's actually possible to. I have to check how fast the fluke is going, but I think reactivity could be almost twice the speed or something like that. So it's really, 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 really fast.
I mean, worst case scenario, we can overclock the Arduino.
Exactly. Right now it's 400 megahertz, but it could be going faster. So
Yeah. Then you'll need a
whichever.
temperature probe for the Arduino from another Arduino.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah, exactly. Actually, we are planning to stop using the Arduino eventually. We'll probably use Raspberry Pi 3 for the final version. That was just prototype to test the principle, but yeah,
I mean,
the Arduino thing is it's kind of like yeah. Oh, and you successfully crashed it, Truth, I think.
Oh really?
Yeah, I think you disconnected something, or I don't know what.
Oh, that's the stuff I retrieved on.
well, I mean, on my end, I'm already completely screwed video quality wise. I have to watch the stream for anything, so
Ah.
I'm on a delay.
So Truth
From
unplugged
some,
the power cable, so of course this the thing's up. Anyway, positive thing you see if it actually stops, it gives the last number, so it's at least still useful for something. Oh my god. So we have to wait now. It comes back. So yeah.
I'm actually pretty sure. Oh, wait, so
Sorry, guys. So, as you can see, it is working but not idiot proof yet.
Yeah. It's still not wireless for the power. But yeah, so that's something we're also trying to use here. So we're gonna have when we do our testing, people will be able to see the temperature. That's something we plan to use also for all our streamings in the future. So also when we do the commentary, we have more things to say. Otherwise, we have really no clue what's the current temperature. We cannot really tell anything
Well, you
about.
always have to ask someone to go check out and come back. And
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it's like it's kind of like not really so practical. There's a lot of things others than that that we could read as well. So we are trying to look to see how we can get more data. And basically, then you can draw graphics of whatever you want. It's kind of cool after a match if you want to have some analysis of a overclocking match. pull up the graph of the temperature and the wattage and the voltages of the system over time during that 130 minutes match they had, and you can see how each of the players actually played it, went up and down in frequency, what voltage they had at the moment. You can have a reading of the temperature, so you can see how many cold bugs they had, where there was actual mistakes or something like that, and so yeah, it's kind of cool for live streaming and having
basically
something
for
to say.
overclockers that want to find out
I mean-
more about what they have, huh?
I mean, yeah, that whole graphing, you could, with the graphing functionality, that would be awesome, because you could, if you're doing like 4-way SLI or something, right?
Yep.
There, the biggest problem is keeping track of what cold bugged, what went wrong.
Yeah,
Because
which card is cold
You're
bugging or
basically
something.
trying to be like an octopus, trying to manage. You have a multimeter per card, and then you might have 2 multimeters if you're also doing the memory. Then you have your temperature probe for every single card, and then you have also your temperature probe for your CPU and voltage for CPU. And if the system goes down, it's like, well, one of those 5 things just crashed. Good luck
Yeah.
finding out which. So yeah,
Exactly,
I
yeah.
could see that really being useful for like multi-component benching. So
And one of
yeah,
the goals as well
unfortunately,
is
that's not it's not too popular right now. I personally always thought like 4-way is like
It's
a
the ultimate
goal
thing,
for.
but Nvidia
Yeah.
seems to be willing to kill it. So
I'm fine
know-
if Nvidia kills it, because then as an AMD fanboy, I don't have a competition.
yeah,
okay. So I have the like the pool is almost there. Yeah, let me try to see. Yeah, so if you guys, so we were talking about giving a shirt to Mark 0053. This is where you can go vote for it. Do we want to to have mirror just one side in front, horizontally, vertically, both on the back? Actually, you
Both
know
on
what?
the
Do it
back.
both on the back. That would actually just be completely retarded.
that would not make any sense whatsoever.
But that's the whole point. Like, why do you want to have a T-shirt that is completely revert?
Yeah, you could, you could do
Wait,
that.
is that his second attempt at mounting the motherboard?
Yes.
Has he learned?
We'll
Not
see. We'll
sure.
see. Wait for it.
We'll see in a couple seconds. Because at this point, because he has 2 sets of threads to go through, I would have just put motherboard, like aligned motherboard with backplate, and screwed through the motherboard at this point, and into the backplate. And if there was any gap, I'd just, give up. Because, a little gap is better than no pot.
Let me guess. You would have made rods out of plastic bottles. Ooh, that was
Actually, zip
Oh,
ties.
You guys
Zip
didn't
tie.
hear the sound, but the sound was so weird. Like, all the
can
way
I can
down.
imagine.
It's like Parmigiano when you do your pasta.
And
I
that
don't
was
cook
the
enough
Food
to know.
Network sponsoring this sentence.
You wish we would.
Oh, damn
Yeah.
it. The strobe rule is not working. Actually, it's not updating directly.
Is it not?
Yeah, but we don't use it. There's enough light.
Can you print a
Okay,
double
guys,
mirror?
go on the strobe rule. I need to remove the widget. It's not working.
The widget
Printed
is not
double-
working.
The widget.
Everybody's going double mirror to the back.
50%, not everybody.
You're gonna be making one stupid T-shirt.
Okay, just make one, and then we make a second poll to see if people want to buy it. And we do pre-order for it. And once we have 25 of them, we just make a series for it.
I don't need to know if people want to buy it. I can actually design it in 15 minutes on Teespring and put it up for sale. I don't care. Let's do it right now.
Wait, what? Now this
So-
I gotta see.
Okay, this one does not gonna have discounts.
No, this one will be at 99.9999.
Yeah, like, do you want this T-shirt? 99999.
Oh my god, Okay, let's do it.
Okay, it's been 2 hours, and we just told you that yes, now we can see the temperature. And you feel like, oh yeah, but we can
are
already see it into
extremely-
Windows. Yes, but Extreme Overclocker don't use any extra software for it. So we need to have a fully independent system outside of the computer, outside of the OS actually, because we want to have information on the, even when the system is rebooting. So, Buildzoid,
Mhm.
do you want to take a break and go sleep, or you want to still stay around and have fun
Yeah,
with
I'm
us?
happy to keep rolling. When I said that I would drop off at 2 a.m., I meant it like if you didn't get anything working by 2 a.m.
Nah.
But we're here. I'm having fun. Probably tomorrow I'll be the least productive human being on Earth. But let's be honest.
But who cares? It's
Usually
Sunday.
I'm only the second. So that won't be much of a difference. So yeah, I'm happy to stay.
Actually, Timothy is really
Wait,
designing
wait,
it.
wait, wait, wait.
Huh?
Give me a second. I'm almost done.
Once in done, it is on the shop. Just let me know.
Uh, so I'm gonna put a sales target of 3 T-shirts. So it's gonna be Ultimate Collector. I'm only going to do it once.
Okay, come on. I'm gonna have one. I will buy one. I will definitely buy one. Just make more. Make more than 3.
Wait. I'm gonna add an OCTV logo on the chest.
No. Can you always flip it as well?
The OCTV logo too? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sure. We can,
Come on. If we look at the Stropole, it's like double the gun, double the fun. That is actually a pun for Quake and Doom. 44%, and then 44% to can you print it double mirror in the back? So well, let's do it full double mirror.
okay. Give me a second. I'm almost done. So
This is gonna be like the world's worst inside joke.
Yeah,
There's
actually,
there's
and-
like 17 people watching this stream. You realize there's gonna be like 17 people who
It's
know
okay.
what that T-shirt is actually
well,
about.
honestly, if we sell 15 T-shirts, I'm done. I'm done.
Yeah, except right,
There's no
but
way you can
let's
keep on doing anything else than that.
well, you
check
got,
something.
you're gonna
Here's
just
the thing, you guys. 5 of those people are me and you two, and there's the Overclocking-TV and the Moobot. So
No. Moobot doesn't count.
Oh, it doesn't count
the,
into the
no,
viewer
on
list?
Twitch, the counter is only for viewers,
Yeah, but
unless you have fake
yeah.
ones, but we don't use fake viewers. This is not ethic.
Yeah.
Yeah. When we have 500 people watching or 800 people watching, that's really 500 or 800 people watching.
I had 500 people once.
Yeah, but come on, you just spam Reddit. That's not fair. So actually, the OCTV logo revert
What you gonna do
look
about
almost nice. It almost looked nice actually.
okay. Let's do
Really?
it like that.
Really, you're heading that one to the shop?
Yeah, it's okay. It's not a problem. It's not like we pay for how many stuff we add. I'm gonna make it at a discounted price of 19.99 because we can.
Can you call it like the Mark 0053 edition?
Yeah, sure.
And can you add a text in below the front, like not in memory of, but more like what do you usually say when you have like when you're proud of someone and you make like a T-shirt just for that?
I don't know.
I don't know. Collector edition. That's the only word I know. So.
Okay, Mark 0053 collector edition.
But we don't need to write it on the T-shirt.
Druid Insanity is saying like 19.99. The deals are real. We can sell them at Walmart. Well, actually, 19.99 for a T-shirt at Walmart is like the overclocking edition. The oh my god I failed edition.
That would be my T-shirt. Why is it not booting? Oh, the
With the
cable's
blue
not plugged
t-shirt?
in.
Oh,
No,
God.
HDMI cable not plugged in. That's my number one problem. It's like why is the screen black? Oh, the cable's not plugged in.
Yeah, that happens.
Or there is water everywhere. I'm actually really surprised how well my motherboard held up, considering that the dry ice thing wasn't like, it was just literally just a bit of a bottle. So there was like dry ice literally sitting right on top of the motherboard, and it ran for 3 hours. That's not something you can say about the equipment I used for the actual stream, though. That kept dropping out every couple minutes.
We know your pain so well.
It's like
It's sadly
it's
sad, but
kind of depressing.
for streaming
It's kind of depressing when the
overclocking,
system that's running way out of spec is
Actually,
more
so
stable than the equipment trying to capture the output.
Yeah, that's that bad. Actually, Sophos had a super nice idea. Follow Nvidia's trend and name it Founders Edition. So, guys,
But then it would have to be terrible. Like, you'd have to on purpose make the shirt worse. Because have you seen the Founders Editions?
Oh, it's just more
No,
expensive.
no,
for
no,
the
no,
same
no.
thing.
No, from the outside it would look good. From the inside it would be like made of spikes or something.
Drum roll. The special T-shirt edition marked the 053 Collector Edition. Double the fun, double the gun, mirrored vertically and horizontally, front and back, is on sale right now.
Can we get a link
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
for the chat? So we can all buy it?
And we copy paste the link. Wait,
Buy
I need
it,
to reopen the
buy
chat.
it, buy it, buy it, buy it, buy it.
Okay. Let's do like the. Okay, I will just switch back. Like, let's do like the. If you call now, if you buy it now, you get it for only 99.99. There's only 3 left. 3 left. If you get it now, you get it in the post with my greetings on the live in the next 5 minutes. This is awesome. Get it now. This is great. This is awesome. Oh, I found this. Okay. If you guys follow like what's happening in the gaming industry like for the past 2 weeks, like, oh yeah, I found this new site. They sell T-shirt and they basically revert the thing. They contact me and I talk to them on Twitter and they say like, yeah, sure, that's great. And I bought the T-shirt and I won just $13,000 just like that. This is great. This sounds so much like a scam. Guys, you can get your T-shirt now.
Wait. Oh god! It's so flipped.
That's the whole point.
Okay, this is actually the back, right?
Yeah, that's the back.
That's the back, yep.
Truff is already ordering it. Guys, there's only 5 pieces, right? So, I know 3 pieces. Sorry. So who is gonna be
We
the
de-
one to get it?
We demand more T-shirts.
Yeah,
It's
only orange.
Orange is best color.
It's epic. For that kind of shirt, you want to be visible. You want everyone to notice your T-shirt.
I'm thinking of for all my future plasti dipping, I'm thinking of ordering a 750 milliliter can of Blaze Orange. You know, that's like the really, really, really orange. You know, like what they use on like warning vests and stuff. Like you can barely look at it if there's enough of it. So yeah, I'm getting. I would have gotten a smaller can, but they don't sell a smaller can, and that's my favorite color.
Yeah.
So everything's gonna be orange.
Actually, the orange team is used by one of the famous extreme overclocker from South Africa, Dr. Wiz. Everything is on orange and black on his stream.
I mean, my blog is orange and black, but
Yeah.
otherwise everything is. Well, I don't have. I have
Gigabyte
black and white
motherboards are orange and black.
So are you benching on
Yeah.
the Gigabyte motherboard?
No, I don't bench Gigabyte motherboards. Like, I mean, I have a Gigabyte AMD board now, but I try to stay somewhat impartial towards the manufacturers. But I tend to go towards Asus if I'm not sure.
Mm. Yep.
Yeah.
Are you getting paid for it?
No. I wish I was. That would
That's
make my
what
life
you
so
say.
much better.
Okay, so Mark is still installing hits. Buildzoid will let you comment on what's going on.
Okay. I can't. You're gonna need to get me a better angle here. I
Yeah,
can barely
We're working
see.
on
He's
it. We're
fighting.
working on it.
So right now he's fighting the octopus coming out of his power supply, and he's identified the 8-pin for his CPU power. And he's installing just 4 pins for this first port. So this is a Rampage 5 Extreme motherboard. So this has an 8 plus 4 CPU power setup. And now he's adding the other 8-pin. I'm out of sugar. This is going to be boring.
Okay, guys, I told you that if Timothy was doing one of these, I would buy one. That's exactly what I'm doing now.
Oh my god. So once Mark is set up, then hopefully we can start.
Start doing some
Actually,
competition.
did Mark connected the probe? Truth?
I think it is on the blue line.
Okay, that's good. So we can monitor his spot. Actually, I wonder if we will need to have a probe duplicator. For,
You cannot do it. The way the probe works, you
yeah,
cannot
but
do
we
it.
need to make something that duplicates it somehow.
So basically, you should actually get it in there and then fake it on the other one, so you can actually have 2 thermometers. But this will only happen until people use 2 thermometers. Once they only use one, because you can see it on your cell phone, you can see it everywhere. That's not gonna happen anymore.
Yeah. True.
Yes, I know. Is there still music in the background?
It's very low. I know it's better now.
Yeah, now it's back. Oh, do you want to put the special OCTV music?
Oh no, this one is fine. We hear the OCTV song enough. It was too much of it.
Okay. Do I place the order for the first T-shirt?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, damn it. Wrong phone number.
Uh,
Wait, does he have an extension for his pot made entirely out of tape?
what?
Yeah, it's
Oh, yeah.
It's a cup.
It's some kind of cup
It's
with
actually
a
a
lot
Tim
of tape
Hortons
around.
cup.
With a lot of tape around it, so it fits in there and it's easier to pour. And it's from higher up,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
you
yeah.
get less condensation down.
Yeah, I use a cut up bottle again for the same thing. No, the
Yeah.
thing is, I go through so much Coca-Cola that I never have a need. It's like bottles everywhere.
The cool thing with the paper cup is that it really takes the shape of the pot opening at the top. So if you
Well,
you can
I have
actually you can fill it a lot higher. So if you can run full pot, you can just fill it for a lot more, and you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, you can actually, if you play with the icing on the top of the pot for a bit, you can actually get them to
I bought the
fuse.
first T-shirt. Sorry, man, but I had to buy it. I bought the first T-shirt. Yes.
There's also
No, you
Droid
gotta-
Insanity that did a screenshot.
You can freeze together like the extension with the pot with ice. I've had that happen a few times, and that's that's awesome because then you can just pour into the
Yeah.
extension.
Yeah.
Which unfortunately, with the plastic extensions I use, it doesn't work because they don't have enough like thermal capacity to build up any ice. So basically, as soon as there's no LN2 running through them, they just melt.
True.
Actually, I should have bought 2 and bring 1 to Mark, so you don't have to send it from Taiwan.
Oh, because you shipped it to Taiwan?
No, I ship it to my place.
Oh, okay.
Well, too bad. Honestly, come on.
Everything
Okay.
is possible in this world.
So by the time the guys are getting ready, we could do either a little break or I go grab some extra munitions. And
Do you want to show little hearts for the lives?
Oh, you mean the score thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Story time.
No.
No more stories.
As we just told you earlier, after the darkness came the light. But the light is nothing without love. And love is what drives us all. Well, not really, mostly 8, but it's okay. And today, we can unveil to you the new way of doing the scoring system with... Oh, I don't have the lives. Damn it.
You didn't do the lights. Oh my god.
Okay, I have it here. 2.
It's coming.
And number 3.
Oh yeah, so those are the lights, Bo. Every time you get a blue screen, you lose one. When you have no more, you're out.
Look at
That's
this.
actually a pretty fun system in my opinion.
Yeah.
Though I think you'll need a lot more lives depending on what benchmark you're doing.
Yes.
Otherwise,
yes,
it'll
yes,
be over
yes.
in like seconds.
We can maybe come up with a mechanism to actually win back life. So every time you actually make a score, you get a new life. So like that, some guys, they usually when they bench 3D, they just stop the benchmark as soon as they see bad FPSs. So what you could do is that you just say, okay, well, if you run out of life, if you have one left, you can run the whole benchmark and get any kind of score, and you get a new life.
Of course, you sacrifice time. Yeah, that would work.
There's some hard.
Otherwise, you could have guys running.
Okay, wait. I need to synchronize, but I think I can pop them. Like this. This is red, right? No, this is blue. Right? Okay. I can pop
It's
this
from
one.
left to right. Yeah.
Okay. Wait for it. Damn it!
Oh, we're starting to get some serious viewer counts now.
Okay. Tim,
my
try to pop the last one. Wait. Slowly. Can you pick it up? Can you try to pick it up? Oh, it disappeared. Oh, too bad. Wait. Not too
Pac-Man!
Damn it! I wrong.
Pac-Man! Pac-Man the hearts.
Boop, 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 boop.
Yes.
No, is his screen on or not? Can we see? Is the temperature connected so we can see what it actually looks like in the final? Yeah, so that's how it's final actually. What does the BIOS temperature says? Do we have it here? Oh, 31. Okay. Well, the BIOS is of course not accurate.
Okay, there's one thing as well. The temperature you can see now is the one from the CPU pod itself.
Actually, I don't think the probe is connected. Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I can go check, right? I can go check. I will
go
drop the other one into the LN2. So.
Oh yeah. Well, the other one was in here. Okay. It's just surprising there's so much difference.
I'm really confused as to why my Skype quality for the video is so garbage.
I don't know.
I can't watch.
Just watch it on
supposed to be
Twitch.
Yeah, no, but like I need to
then you have
keep
a
up
crazy
with you
lag,
guys. Yeah,
Yeah.
I need to keep up what you're doing, and if I watch on Twitch, then I'm gonna be behind, and I'm gonna look slow.
So you put it in LN2 Truth. Yeah, it's, yours is in LN2, the blue one. So you have to, yeah. It's on Mark's screen, so you have to revert the plugs. Yes. Okay. Yeah, it's going to work. Just to see, I'm curious. Yeah, the bio screen is quite off. Yeah, it says 9 degrees.
Doesn't
7
I'm pretty
degrees.
sure the Rampage 5 reads CPU socket temperature. Like it doesn't even read CPU package, just
Yeah,
from
that
the
must
socket
be.
or something.
Yeah, because 25.
Yeah,
I
so
don't
it's
know
way
where
higher
that.
than anything else.
Yeah, yeah. I thought maybe it would go lower, but actually never really paid attention because. But yeah, he's actually pouring LN2 in the pot now, so.
Yeah, so I think, yeah, the motherboard will be, like, the motherboard reading will be always higher, because it's, like, the furthest away from the
Yeah,
pot,
yeah.
if I'm not mistaken. So,
Question from you on the chat. Are you going to stream for a little while longer? Yes, we are going to. Actually, once everything is set up here, we're gonna stream a bit more. Hopefully, try one of the match concepts between Mark and Joe, so Stepan. So that's the plan for tonight. So we'll probably stream here in the US on Eastern Time Zone until at least 2 a.m. or something. So we'll be here for a while. Oh, actually, Truth, make sure that Joe plugs the probe. Eh? Huh? Can he just get it as close as possible somehow? So we can have reading from him. Doo. And I think for Buildzoid, we have to check if we can send you the feed another way. I think we can, actually. You remember the address you used for the player in the browser, the Flash player? You remember when we did the
didn't we
testing?
have something running through VLC, or...
Yeah, but VLC
was
doesn't
that
work well. But it was the Flash player
Oh.
in the web page. You remember? I think it was better. We can try that again.
Yeah, sure, let's try that. So, what was the address?
I'm trying to remember. I'm connecting on the site.
Because, yeah, it's gone. It's not in my history, so...
Yeah. Yeah, that was a while back already. Holy shit.
Yeah, it was.
The internet here is terrible.
Well, that might be why my feed from you guys is so awful, so...
Yeah, like we are actually losing packets on the stream right now. So I don't know actually how it is for you guys at home, but...
I mean, the stream looks fine. It's just for me, the Skype looks awful, and, you know...
Yeah. Well, no
that sort
need
of
both.
defeats the purpose.
We can use RTMP, so... Yeah, and you'll go on your PC and join us. Stay here all night with us. This is the way it goes. Is there a reason that using CPU upgrade in BIOS would give a more stable clock than applying the same setting in XTU? So I think you're saying overclocking manually in the BIOS compared to overclocking in XTU from within Windows. It's not like it's going to give you a more stable overclock or higher clocks necessarily. It's just the way the settings are applied by XTU and the way the settings are applied in the BIOS are not always the same. So you might not get the same result when you apply the settings. Sometimes settings you straight apply in XTU from Windows will work, and sometimes the exact same ones in the BIOS will just crash, and sometimes it's the opposite. But in general, people with manual overclocking in the BIOS get better scores because you just have more settings you can tweak. So efficiency-wise or adjusting other kind of settings that you don't have in XTU in Windows. Yeah. Droid Insanity, actually, Wuza is just using RTMP. They didn't invent it. It's not really a protocol or anything. RTMP is the way live video is done online. So it's the same thing Twitch uses, YouTube uses, Facebook Live uses. That's the same thing we have here actually. Du-du-dum. Actually, oh, that's a nice view here. Right, so you can see Mark is actually cooling down his system. He seems to be getting ready for some serious overclocking tonight. Just gonna switch back to screen.
Actually, my Skype quality has just gone to acceptable levels. I can actually read BIOS.
Woohoo!
So I think we don't have to worry about the alternative video feed for me.
All right. No need.
Until it drops out again.
Yeah, I'm still trying to look at the same time, trying to figure out where we put that page. And it's a black screen. System is restarting. You can see it's just cooling down the CPU, trying to go progressively, cooling down, going back to BIOS, and then cooling down some more. And I think it's gonna attempt a Windows boot. It's already at minus 30, minus 31, minus 32 almost, and he keeps going, keeps adding more. I need to add the temperature thing on top of the other view. So what's your strategy, you Buildzoid, to when you clock? Usually you just start from, when you start from ambient temperature and then start cooling down. Do you first cool down, then actually start setting stuff in the BIOS and cool down some more and go in Windows, or you just go straight in the BIOS, apply, and then cool down?
I usually load up something like a really high water-cooled overclock, you know, just to get a reference, and then just pull it down.
Yeah.
And now the problem is when I bench stuff that has cold bugs, I don't have a thermometer that goes that low right now. So yeah, I either bench AMD, and there I can go blind. So there I just pull it down, and at some point the thermometer reads minus 146, which means it's not going to read any more temperatures. And at minus 146, I just, you know,
oh, that's where you
drown it.
That's where your meter stops.
Yeah, that's where my meter stops. Well, it sometimes changes a little bit, but generally below minus 120, it's completely inconsistent.
Oh,
and
really?
I think the lowest I've seen it ever read is minus 140, but I've never seen it.
So we have to get you one of our new thermometers.
No, I think it's the probe.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
the thermometer itself
yeah.
is fine. The probe's just, I don't know. It's really funny. I bought a new probe recently that's rated for like 0 degrees, and I stuck it in the dry ice and it worked fine. So I have no idea. But yeah, but usually I just start with like a really high water cooled overclock, and then I pull it down until I pull it down until like where my thermometer ends, because even my Haswell chip has a cold bug lower than where my thermometer starts being really, really unreliable.
Yep.
So I pull it down to something like minus 110, and then I start pulling up the voltages and pulling up the frequency.
Oh, yep.
Which
works.
Yeah.
Most of the time, I guess. So I found the page, so I'm gonna try to customize this. Do, 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 do. The music went up and down.
Up, up and down, up and down.
I found the page with the player.
Yay! And I'm wait. There we go. My voice is back. Reboot the old vocal cords.
Oh my god.
Yeah, guys. From now on, I'm gonna talk like this deep because the upper range of my vocal cords has just decided to give up. There we go. That should work. So, right, I'm gonna need that link to the.
Yeah, let me give that to you. It's not working at the moment, but
What are you trying to do actually?
changing the so he can get the stream live straight, not through Twitch.
Skype. Well, actually, Skype's working right now. but-
Skype does okay. If we get it the other way, that's not gonna be faster than Skype.
Yeah, but it's gonna be better quality.
Yeah, because I can't see anything. Well, I couldn't see anything for a bit.
If it works.
You know what? I think let's just stick to Skype, and if it falls apart again, we'll worry about this.
Well, if
Yeah.
it falls apart, I guess that's either from our side or your side.
Oh.
Oh, no, but I mean the bandwidth issues.
I mean, I have 200 down megabit, so it's not my end.
Yeah. No, it's here.
So here we go. Welcome if you're just joining us here on the Creative Network on Twitch. This is Overclocking and we are doing a test stream about what can be fun to watch. Because we are having fun for sure, but the most important thing is, do you have fun at home as well? Hail, my friend! This is the time we should try to get things running. And I have to disclose that I am retarded like that all the time. Timothée, can you confirm that?
Yes.
Not a single hesitation in your voice. Yes.
Well, you know.
Oh, it's been a while. We've been working on OCTV together and all the new projects. Yeah, you know that.
And I'll just stick to. Oh wait, it's working.
Oh yeah. So what is Joe doing, Truth? Is he getting ready or
I have no clue whatsoever.
he disappeared again? Or maybe he went for a smoke or something.
Oh, they went for food
Ah, they went for food?
again?
Really?
Yeah.
Yes, that's the event in PA. So that's actually Mark 0053, who's benching. And we also got Aerotrax on the other side, who's also benching as well. Next to him on the blue t-shirt is RT Surfers, and on the left we have Mr. Breeze. And behind Mr. Breeze, I forgot his nickname actually. Do you know his nickname? Do you know his nickname? I forgot. I forgot. Yeah.
Do you have a camera on everybody?
Not everybody, no. You're the next.
I don't need a camera. My presence just envelops the whole room.
I think I didn't have dinner yet. Yep, I moved down my mic, sorry. So Truth is trying to set up a walking around rig on himself. I don't know if it's working, let me check. Let's see. You don't have much battery? Yeah, it's working. Oh yeah, you're live. Alright, so Truff is walking around to try to give you guys a little view, a little kind of sightseeing tour. Don't turn too much, we're going to puke. Of what the event is like, and he's actually setting up his wireless headset so we can actually talk to him, or well, he can actually not you talk to him, but we can talk to him. And he can talk to us. Are you finding the power connector, the power switch? No, Trouffman.
Test, test. That's good. A3. Okay, guys, maybe you don't see it, but we have to configure the system. Here, select MME and send this one, this one, this one, and this one to it.
Check, check, check.
A3.
Okay. You hear anything? I can hear. I hear you.
Hey?
I can hear you.
Yeah, you can hear me?
Yes.
But I can barely hear you. You should go into the settings and crank up the volume for me.
Sure. Let me crank your volume for you.
And there comes the light. Oh yeah, you have the music now.
You had it already before.
No, I cannot hear it that well on the other one.
It's just me. I think you don't hear that well. Maybe my
Okay.
microphone was too far.
Can you guys see what's going on here?
Yep, we can see.
And the camera burn.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know how far I can go, not that much. Okay, let's go on the other side there.
You should have taken the 10-meter long cable, Truth.
Still not too late to take it, eh?
If only GoPro was doing wireless, like at the good quality, it would be nice. But if you guys are hearing some kind of squeaking sound on the audio, that's because we're using Bluetooth headsets and they are not very good with distance at all. Not at all.
Okay, let's try to not unplug this beauty here.
So when you down like one or two chords or three chords or what, four chords or whatever, the 59.6 is hurt.
Oh, hey, it's the Ponzi.
On the right side of the table, we have Mark. On the left side of the table, we have no one.
Guess who is not there? So yeah, to answer John D1 about your question, when we are trying actually to when we're going to start, we want to start the match as soon as the guys are ready. So Mark is actually already on it. Joe is still walking around and talking and things. So I don't know when he's gonna be ready. Really, it's really up to him. You know, things here are kind of relaxed and easygoing. So people would just go whenever they're ready to go. I presume.
That's what happened when you do a test live.
Ah, yeah, it's hard to be on time.
I mean, look at how long Stepanzi went. His eyes building up inside.
But there's so much humidity right now. It's like it's above 80%. So
So, what should we do for the guys waiting for it? Can we grab some LN2 and do stuff with it? Oh, I almost unplugged for a second time the system.
huh?
I did almost unplug the thing
Oh, you
for a second
unplugged it.
time. Well, we have
My
to get
God.
rid of cables, eh?
This is dangerous. Oh my God.
Uh, Good lord, that's not official, huh?
Ah, it's no need. No need to make it official.
Joe? Like everyone can feel your disaster for it. I can actually. Yeah.
Always waiting. Buildzoid, are you still there? We can't hear you anymore, I think. Maybe we lost you.
And welcome back, where you see the world of the guy. Knock knock. Oh yeah, that's my just click don't use for Skype. We have your face.
So yeah, I wanted to check the topic on overclock.net.
Tous? I think we have to make a break and all go for food.
If everyone goes for food, yeah. If everyone goes for food, yeah, for sure. I guess.
Everyone is going for food? Okay, so we're just gonna have to take a break.
Alright,
Yeah,
guys,
sure.
We're gonna take a small break, it seems. Gonna have, I don't know, there's some pizza, paninis, and things like that. Hopefully, some healthy food as well. We'll see you guys, I think, later in something like, I don't know, like
I guess
a
like
good hour or something.
a good hour and a half at least.
A good hour and a half.
So for all of you guys in the US time zone, that's gonna be still going along for. Okay, it's only like 9:45, so I guess we're gonna be live until maybe 2 a.m. tonight.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, the Buildzoids, for being here with us. It was fun to have all the fun things we had, and I can't wait to do another live with you. You're welcome. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Okay, guys. See you soon. And if you want to know when we're gonna go live again, just subscribe to the channel, and you will get the information for it.